So Madhuri is our brand ambassador.
It was around 340 people.
Now we are at 2200.
लोगों से बहुत चीज़ें सुननी पड़ती है.
Why do you need HR? It's not just about saying कि अच्छा KRAs भरो, KPIs भरो, खत्म करो.
Why I should join this organization then?
We currently have 40% women working with us. That credit goes to our managers. They're very empathetic.
That is a great place to work. Wow.
You,
ये बहुत अच्छा आपने बता दिया.
you can't pay for a great place to work and get a certificate.
You guys have recently done an IPO.
Yes.
Right?
We said, okay, we'll have an open discussion. Our frequency of feedbacks improved. Half-yearly feedbacks to almost monthly feedback.
About your 9 stores in 9 days. What is that?
A lot of new job seekers, one, they want quick things to happen.
HR is a controversial topic.
To apply for the jobs, you can send an email.
आज के हमारे गेस्ट ऐसे बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं जिन्होंने एक ज्वेलरी ब्रांड उस टाइम पे ज्वाइन किया था जब लोगों को पता भी नहीं था कि ज्वेलरी ब्रांड में आपकी ग्रोथ हो सकती है. और ये एक पुणे का वेल नोन ज्वेलरी ब्रांड है कॉल्ड एज PNG. दे हैव ऑल्सो रिसेंटली वेंट अ पब्लिक. दैट मीन्स दे हैव डन एन IPO. और इस कंपनी की जो लीडरशिप थी, इनकी वजह से इनके आने वाली टीम्स में कौन से चेंजेस हुए, इनके HR ने हमें आज बताया है. सो आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं प्रियंका मैम, जो हेड ऑफ ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज एट PNG काम करते हैं और इस कंपनी में 13 साल से जुड़े हुए हैं. सो प्रियंका मैम ने हमें बताया कि कैसे उन्होंने HR डिपार्टमेंट सेट किया, कैसे उन्होंने 340 की टीम 2200 लोगों की बनाई है, कैसे इन्होंने इंक्लूजन हायरिंग का पैरामीटर आगे बढ़ाते हुए ओवर द ईयर्स इन्होंने 40% वुमेन इंक्लूजन हायरिंग किया हुआ है. ऐसे बहुत सारे अलग अलग एक्टिविटी करते हुए, ये ब्रांड बिल्ड करते हुए इन लोगों को ग्रेट प्लेस टू वर्क सर्टिफिकेट मिला है. हायरिंग के बाद एम्प्लॉय लाइफ साइकिल में परफॉर्मेंसेस कैसे मैनेज करने हैं और क्या होता है, ये सब चीज़ें हम लोगों ने प्रैक्टिकली डिस्कस करी है. सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंटली जो लास्ट सेक्शन में हमने बात की है, उसमें जॉब इन्फॉर्मेशन हम लोगों ने दी है. इस कंपनी में अभी कौन से जॉब ओपनिंग्स हैं, कितने सैलरी ये लोग ऑफर कर रहे हैं और इनके एक्सपांशन प्लान क्या है, ये सब इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको इस पॉडकास्ट के जरिए मिलने वाली है. सो लेट्स बिगिन आवर डिस्कशन नाउ विद प्रियंका मैम. सो व्हाट मेड यू जॉइन दिस कंपनी एंड व्हाट वाज योर इंटेंशन ऑफ गेटिंग इनटू दिस ब्रांड?
Okay, so I came from a manufacturing background, right? So retail, I did not understand at all when I started off. But when I met Saurabh and when this opportunity came up, first thing he said is we have to set up HR.
Right.
And I was super excited because you rarely get chance to set up the entire function.
Right.
Then I was asking him as to, but then obviously when you come from an organized setup to an,
New setups.
owner-driven organization or family-run businesses, generally what happens is you always have a question how serious they are.
Right.
Because HR is generally a fancy thing to have is how people would look at it. But he was pretty serious, and then he was telling me how he wants to grow the business, how he wants to take it ahead. And I thought that, here is a man who's wanting to build an institution.
Wow.
He's not looking at just building organization. And I think that's how I decided to join PNG.
Wow. So this happened back in 2013.
Yes.
2013. But then when you got into an interaction with Saurabh sir and about this brand, so how did you then plan to scale this up as a team also, and maybe to manage the different performances of the different people? Because this is they're very rare people, right? Very, very rare business leaders that I would say will think to create a brand,
Yes.
right, in the jewelry sector and retail sector rather. And specifically when he highlighted that you have to have HR and we have to, functionalize all the things. So where did you start and what was your first task as a HR then?
Interesting. So initially when we started, we had discussed as to what are we wanting to build. Like first thing he said, we need to have professionals on board because we don't have a lot of senior people working with us right now. And then how are we going to expand and where do we want to take this organization ultimately? So that is the time we had discussed that we want to go public.
Okay.
And the first foundation stone was to hire people at leadership.
Okay.
So back then we had hired people in sales, marketing. We had a lot of internal strength on sales front, but corporate is something we had to build.
Okay.
We hired people not only from jewelry industry but varied industry, and I think that is what gave us the edge. Because when people come from various industries and look at retail, they can have a different way of functioning.
Right.
And I think that's where we stand unique in jewelry industry today.
Right. So nice. So when you said that leadership hiring and then you invited people from different organizations, so when you joined this brand, what was the team size? And now, since it's been 13-15 years in this industry and now with this company specifically, what is the team size that you have grown to?
So when I joined, it was around 340 people
Okay.
in total.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are at 2200.
Okay.
So that's the growth we've seen.
Wow. ये जर्नी बहुत डिफिकल्ट होगी ना?
No, when you have right people with you, I think of course there are challenges. I won't say that it's a cakewalk, but when there is alignment and when there is a lot of a set goal you want to achieve, I think that becomes easier.
Okay. But still, I mean, from 340 people to 2200 of people, and it's still, I think, continuous hiring.
Yeah.
As I said, managing performances,
Yes.
taking interviews. ये तो ठीक है, the management is supportive and that is really amazing. लोगों से बहुत चीजें सुननी पड़ती है.
Of course, सुननी पड़ती है.
How do you manage that?
See, the first question I think I'm sure would have been in people's mind is 182 years से that time it was 180, but 1832 से हम लोग कर ही रहे हैं.
Right.
Why do you need HR? That is the first question that came up, and I think and if you need HR, why do you need so much of hiring process? Because it was all reference driven by then.
Right.
You know, कि अच्छा ये इसका अंकल का बेटा है, we know him, इतना salary दे दो, खत्म करो.
Okay.
So I think from there to today we have everything automized. That is where the difficulty is, and I think we had to take a lot of people on board in
Right.
terms of understanding why these processes would be critical going ahead.
Right.
So
you were the first HR.
yes, I was the first HR.
And now how many people are there in this HR department?
We have 14 people.
14 people?
Yes.
Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Quite natural that hiring, as I said, is one part of employee life cycle.
Yes.
There are different phases coming into the pictures. But importantly, taking the performance out of that particular team member, I would say, or maybe your employee in the company, how do you manage that? आप कैसे ट्रैक करते हो और कैसे आप हेल्प करते हो लोगों को that they will be able to perform or contribute to make this brand a success?
Okay. So initially when we started, we had so we started with performance management system.
Okay.
And it typically was a pen and paper. So the minute you say PMS, people are very scared. They
Right.
suddenly start thinking, oh, somebody's now going to evaluate me. And, I may be asked to leave because of performance issues.
Oh.
So that fear is very much there in people. Now, that is where HR comes in. It's not just about saying कि अच्छा KRAs भरो, KPIs भरो, खत्म करो.
Right.
So in first year we said अच्छा we'll do very very basic things like अच्छा grooming कैसा है. We were not even looking at numbers then.
Oh.
Because the minute you will say numbers, the whole process goes for a toss.
Right.
Right? Your intent is not to remove people from PMS. Your intent is to improve performances and actually get performance driven.
Right.
We also had something called as PIP after third year. Once the system matured a little and people started understanding, then we had PIPs. Over a period of time, we realized that PIPs are not helping us.
Okay.
Because 70% people will improve their performance anyways, the minute you give them feedback.
Okay.
But what it does is it creates a lot of uncertainty and insecurity in the minds of people who are on PIPs.
Yeah.
And then that vibe starts going around the organization. So we said, let's stop this process of PIP. What we will do is we will still put them on improvement plans by not calling it PIP. We said, okay, we'll have an open discussion. Our frequency of feedbacks improved. So we moved from half-yearly feedbacks to almost monthly feedback
Okay.
to the sales folks, because then numbers are real, right? So you say, okay, what is happening? So then we realize that, okay, some people are wanting to sell a different item because I'm comfortable. Like somebody is not very comfortable selling diamonds, but they're very good at gold. So then we move them to gold and their performance improved. So I think PMS is not a one-time process. It matures over a period of time.
Yes.
Right? And the beauty of PNG's process of PMS has been we've had a lot of learnings on the way. Right? So now people look forward to those conversations.
Yes.
Acha, now tell me, where else do I do things? How do I do better? How do I earn more incentives? Because incentives are extremely critical part of sales, right?
Right.
Now that's on sales side. We also have a lot of corporate functions that are there with us, and they all come from corporate backgrounds. So they understand these processes and their importance.
Right.
So, but typically in the jewelry sector, people don't expect that. So when we have
Exactly.
interviews happening, people would say, "Oh, you have this kind of structure available." You know, people are very judgmental about the industry also.
Exactly.
So I think that helps in attracting talent in a big way.
Because even as far as my knowledge and experience is concerned, whenever I think of any jewelry brand, I do remember back in 2014-15, Hrithik Roshan started doing this brand awareness for, I think, Joya Lucas, right? At that time, I understood कि okay, jewelry brand is also an industry जहाँ पे ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हो सकती है. But being in Pune, again, the same thing is like it's a traditional stuff that someone is sitting on the maybe counter and there are different 3-4 people working, right? तो ये mindset transition होना is really difficult.
Yes.
And I'm sure कि whenever people are applying to you, right, they might be having a lot of questions. So क्या common questions और आते हैं आपके सामने ऐसे कि maybe people ask you that why I should join this organization then? What do you tell people then?
Very typically, people will ask that, why should I join? Is only from a perspective of what is the growth I get here.
Okay.
Okay. And now we are listed, so a little lesser questions, but when we were not a listed company and we were still seen as an owner-driven organization, I think, or family-run businesses, I think the questions centered around what is the job security? What is the stability I have? And is this organized enough?
Right.
As I said, we got leadership from outside. So that helped us a lot in saying that, see, fortunately, Saurabh is not one person who will say, ki, the way I say, that is how it has to happen. So there is a lot of the professionalism to the organization. And I think people experience it when they go through the interview rounds.
Right.
I think that helps in a big way.
Nice. Very good. And over this like 2200 of people, I'm sure you might have thought of inclusion hiring.
Yes.
How did you get into that? And why?
Honestly speaking, we currently have 40% women working with us.
Wow.
All right. And
That's a big number, by the way.
Yes, it is. One thing that is there with PNG, and I think that comes from the roots of where we come from, creating a safe environment for women. Retail is a very demanding industry. I mean, you have long working hours and, you don't get holidays on festive seasons, and that is when business happens.
Even working on Sundays is the main
Absolutely.
challenge, yeah.
And women always have the balance to be maintained at home too.
Right.
I think the amount of flexibility that is there with us, it is not that today we decided and tomorrow onwards we got into diversity. I think it is over a period of time, and it has been there for quite some time.
Okay.
That we've got there. And leaving aside the statutory bit of things like POSH and that we have in place, there is a very open environment for growth.
Okay.
And flourishing, and there's a lot of human consideration.
Okay.
That we will never say that oh, we can't give you a leave for XYZ reasons. We
Oh.
understand that, and that credit goes to our managers. They're
Hmm.
very empathetic,
Wow.
very empathetic, and very understanding in terms of what's happening there.
Yes. I often tell people that whenever we speak about the culture, it's a part of a culture, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of time, startups specifically, they are struggling to define the culture. Culture always begin with the thought process of a founder.
Yes.
Then it has to be conveyed to the top management team, right? And then it will go down. It will be replicated
Right.
in the entire department. And that's amazing to see that 40% of inclusion of women is really great number.
Yeah.
And that reminds me that I've seen your post. That is a great place to work.
Yes.
Right? So how did you crack that?
See, we have Great Place to Work is a certification that we've got, but I think the foundation of that was laid by Daji Kaka. And it is values of Daji Kaka that we have been following, and we've become a great place to work over a bit of time.
Right.
And that's when we applied. I think there were a lot of green ticks for us when we thought of applying for that certification. We were doing a lot of things right in terms of people, because our whole focus was to get happiness at workplace. The whole culture of happiness is very, very important to us. And we generally do a dipstick to understand how our people are feeling right now. So the dipstick was very encouraging.
Okay.
And we realized that what we have been trying, that, are people happy at the end of the day? Do they feel like coming back to work? I think we were at almost 97%.
Wow.
Yes. And that's when we said that, okay, let's now go for a great place to work. And I'm happy to say that even there we have scored almost 98.2%.
Wow.
So which further encourages us to keep doing what we're doing right.
Right. But then now, this is a great place to work. I have a lot of questions because many people do not know about it. There is one process job paperwork kar rahe ho, right? There are different lot of email trails are happening.
Yeah.
But is there any also process involved where the offline audit happens and people come and see actually the information you have provided is right or not?
Okay, so they have a very robust process in Great Place to Work. What they do is first they take survey with all your employees. Then they do random calling.
Okay.
So you have to provide numbers of your employees, and we also don't know whom they are calling.
Oh.
So they'll call and they'll check. And then there is something called as audit, which you have to send a write-up on. There's a set of questions you have to answer, and they kind of get it tallied externally. So I think that is why it makes more sense to go for that certification, because it's not a paid certification, first of all.
Wow.
ये
बहुत अच्छा आपने बता दिया.
You can't pay for Great Place to Work and get a certificate. So it's quite authentic.
Okay. Because this is the one certificate I've seen with a lot of MNCs specifically, and happening in the organization where you guys are building a brand, a jewelry brand, taking people in, and this 40% of inclusion of women and getting this certification is a big achievement.
Yes.
Really appreciated, ma'am.
Thank you.
Maybe आपने बहुत बार सुना होगा, but on this platform I would really like to appreciate that. It's a great effort, and by you and the top management. Thank you so much for inspiring though. You just mentioned about the public sector, right? So we would like to get to know more about it. And I've known that you guys have recently done an IPO.
Yes.
Right? So we would like to know क्या चेंजेस आपने फेस किए आफ्टर आईपीओ,
Okay.
और अभी पब्लिक सेक्टर से कितने चैलेंजेस आपको या फिर है ना डिमांड होते हैं लोगों के, what are the factors they see about the company then?
See, IPO, again, as I said, it's a process that we have built over a period of time. We wanted to go the IPO way. That's how we started building organization brick by brick. We were already extremely compliant. Our governance was in place.
Okay.
Our teams were in place when we went the IPO way. Now, what has changed? People would prefer us as an employer. That is one thing that, we get better access to talent that we have. And we have to be more cautious as to what we are saying and what we are doing, and we have to stick to our commitments to the team, because it's no more just internal commitments. We are committing it to the world, so
Public,
we have
yeah.
to ensure that we stick to all of that. We have our expansion targets, we have our number targets, and I think we have to keep communicating to the entire team over and over again that this is where we are heading. And when I say team, I just don't mean leadership. Obviously they are aligned, but to the last person in the hierarchy who is contributing to even customer service, because today with social media, one comment on internet can cause a lot of
Impact.
trouble,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you have to ensure that this awareness is there within the organization. So that's what we are focusing on.
आपके ऊपर और आपकी टीम के ऊपर हमेशा ये प्रेशर नहीं होता है कि you have to be always on the toes?
होता है, बहुत होता है.
How do
क्योंकि
you manage that?
I always say कि retail is like a live wire.
हाँ.
क्योंकि बाकी जगह पे क्या होता है, स्पेशली B2B बिजनेसेस में आप कस्टमर से डायरेक्ट इंटरेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हो. ऑल्सो ज्वेलरी एज अ प्रोडक्ट इज वेरी इमोशनल, right? People
Yes, yes,
buy
yes.
it when they are highly
Emotional buying
charged,
behavior
and
is there, yeah.
so you have to take care of that.
Hmm.
Also, it's a luxury product. I mean, with the current rates, naturally, it's a luxury product, but we have to take care of all that, and we have to be available. We have to ensure that our responses are quick. I will check and come back to you doesn't work
Right.
because the customer is standing right,
Next to you, yeah.
next to you, opposite to you, and at the same time, you have to be very, very cautious as to what you're saying.
Right.
So pressure तो होता ही है.
कि अभी आपने जैसे बोला कि एक्सपेंशन करना है, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ प्लान्स दैट यू हैव. मैंने आपका एक लिंक्डइन पे पोस्ट पढ़ा था, दैट इज अबाउट योर 9 स्टोर्स इन 9 days. What is
Yes.
that? It's interesting. Yeah.
So post IPO, we had kept a target of opening 12 stores in totality.
Okay.
We've done 16. But then we were looking at doing this Navratri period is very important for us, right? So we were said that, okay, let's do it this way, that 9 days of Navratri will give us 9 stores. We'll do back to back. And I think we started running in all directions as possible because there's so much to be done.
Yes.
And obviously everything starts with talent acquisition and getting right places for store. So that planning we had begun, and the team was entirely charged up, and it was extremely interesting. Of course, getting people from jewelry industry by then had become a little more easier. Because now people were seeing our growth and IPO listing ho gaya and things like that. But I think more than getting talent, training them in PNG culture is where the effort went.
Nice. It really went well actually. So Madhuri Dikshit, I have seen that has came to opening a few
Yes.
stores.
Yes.
So what is that like? How do you take her on board?
So Madhuri is our brand ambassador.
Oh,
And she's a heartthrob of everybody.
kya
And,
baat hai, obviously.
so we love her too, and so does our customers. So
Okay.
yes, Madhuri did come for openings for us.
Oh, wow. And since it's about expanding, right? You said कि आपको 12 store करने थे. You did 16 stores.
Yes.
And so what are the next expansion plans looks like of PNG?
So we will look at places which is more Hindi speaking. So
Okay.
we'll look at and has some Maharashtra connection. So we are looking at UP, Madhya Pradesh,
Okay.
Odisha, Chhattisgarh. These are the places we are looking at for
Oh.
expansions.
Okay. आपके टच में रहना चाहिए. There are big things coming in.
Please do. All talent is welcome.
अभी यहाँ पे भी हायरिंग होगी.
Yes.
और अगर आपको स्टोर में 10 लोगों को हायर करना है, 10 पोजीशंस को हायर करना है, तो आपको ऑब्वियसली बहुत सारे जॉब पोस्टिंग करने हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें करनी होती है.
100%.
क्या चैलेंजेस आते हैं सीवी देखने में? ये मुझे पहले पता करना है.
So typically, in jewelry industry, people are not very well versed with writing profiles. So there is no alternative but to have a face-to-face interview, right? So I think when we scrutinize CV, we look for 2-3 things for sure. One is experience, because in this industry, experience counts. We look at stability, because as to build relationship with customer also takes time. It's an investment.
Right.
Then we will look at qualifications, of course, and the languages that you know. Because when you have to interact with customers, do you understand the local language? So those are things we look at.
बट ऐसे होता है कि आजकल के दिन में आई मीन इन टुडेज जनरेशन प्रिसाइजली कि आपको आइडेंटिकल सीरीज देखने मिल रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ द एआई.
अभी तक तो नहीं है.
It might happen.
But I am expecting that to happen.
Okay.
These days, what we see is a lot of CVs have been drafted by somebody who's very professional at drafting it. Half the things people would not understand what they've written on CV. So objective जो लिखा है and जो बोल रहे हैं उसमें बहुत difference आ जाता है. That's the trend, and then we have to kind of get to what reality is.
Right.
That's where the task for interviewer is.
Right. Even after a decade of experience in this domain, there are many job seekers reach out to us. Okay. And there was a time where traditional job search was there. When I've seen people speaking on the podcast, they used to go walk in, give the CVs. Then it came to emails. Now the time is now into content creation, the LinkedIn profile. Everything is must.
Yes.
Right. And over the last 10 years, as I said, I have been helping a lot of different job seekers, okay, to guide people. लेकिन ये AI की वजह से और easy sources की वजह से, I would say, people are getting into the easiest solutions that will create a hurdle of receiving calls from the different HRs, what I feel. And for that, actually, we have created a platform, e-learning platform called edu.recruvate.com, where we are trying to educate the job seekers that how they can utilize the modern approach and the humanized approach to get selected.
Oh, interesting.
Because the entire intention of doing this podcast is not only highlighting the HR stories or employers brand. It is also about educating people.
Right.
And that brings me to this point that when you guys manage the performances, when you guys, it's a people's business, right?
Right.
You expand the team, you hire new people. What are those challenges, or maybe what are those changes you have seen the moment you started hiring for PNG and now you are hiring for maybe your team now hiring for PNG? So what is the difference you are seeing in the job seeking process?
Initially, as you rightly said, there was a very, very standard process of how you apply for a job. Now, a lot of new job seekers, one, they want quick things to happen. So we have
results.
to instant results, instant feedbacks. You can't say, I will get back to you. So one thing you'll have to, what we have done is we have automated a lot of processes, where people get, as soon as their interview is over, they can get a feedback, whether they're selected, not selected. It also helps the candidate to look for better prospects in case they're not selected. Making them wait for 3 months makes no sense. So second, they want to understand the culture. That has become a very important part for job seekers these days. Previously, people only used to discuss salaries.
Right.
Okay, this is what I'm going to get. At max, they will discuss how many leaves. But these days, people have a lot of questions related to, so, okay, apart from what is statutory, what else are you doing? So if you're not giving holidays, how are you compensating all that? So we have a lot of engagement programs that happen at the organization. So it's no more just job seeker looking at company for job. They're also looking for an organization where they want to build their careers.
Right.
That's one change that I see from where we have started recruitment. Second change that I see is they don't look at loyalty as how many years I serve here. They look at loyalty as how do I add value when I stay here.
Wow.
So when they're not willing to say that, okay, I want to retire from here, what I hear most of them says, I'll stay here till the time I add value to the organization and organization adds value back to me.
Wow.
So that's, I think, a big change in what has happened in job seeking industry.
Wow. Because now I think job seekers also recruit the employers.
Yes.
They choose.
You said it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They choose where to work.
Absolutely.
And that take me to this thing, as you just mentioned, that you are able to attract the top talent. So apart from the salaries and the leaves, what are those offerings you have in PNG to maybe attract the right talent from the market?
Okay, so I think, I have believed this for a very long time. People do talk about how good fun activities we have. And, that's how HR is always seen. Okay, they arrange fun activities. I think people come to work to do meaningful work. And the minute you give them jobs which are meaningful to them, and they see that, they're contributing to a bigger goal, I think people alignment and people engagement is always very high. They also need to be highly empowered with accountability. I think we do that with all our employees.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with grade and nothing to do with positions that they hold. In their capacity, they have the authority to decide. And this basically comes from, do you trust your employees?
That's a big thing, actually. Trusting your employees, and at the same time, obviously, now you guys might be in also dilemma कि यार ये अच्छा talent है. They might be looking for a job elsewhere. Ensuring their growth and everything is again a tedious task.
Yes.
जब आपके 340 members थे, right? That was a different time.
Yes.
Now managing all this, कैसे करते हो? So difficult because हर जगह पे ध्यान देना. How do you then take care of all these challenges?
Well, how we take care of it is, I think open communication is one bit
As
that
you
we
just
do.
mentioned.
Yeah, like we have a lot of open houses. We have processes by which we call it speak out, where each manager has a conversation with his team, and HR has an one-on-one discussion with each employee. So that's how we are managing that bit. Secondly, a lot of training is happening around.
Okay.
To upskill them,
Wow.
to keep them ready for what we are looking at future. I'm very happy to say that in this whole growth journey, almost 12% people have been internally promoted to various positions.
Oh.
So when other people see there's growth coming in, I think a lot of people get motivated to do that. And second thing that we do is, I think branch managers, how do I put this? When branch managers are well adverse with what their teams are doing, it helps HR. HR cannot be physically present everywhere.
Exactly.
But when you build at an organization, when you build understanding of what HR is supposed to do about HR processes, your managers become your people managers become HR.
Right.
And that helps in a big way. Otherwise, for 2,200 employees, how many HRs can you have at the end of the day? Because every little
difficult. It's a
issues
task.
keep coming. So
Yeah. And there are real time situations that the branch managers or maybe they're in the stores are
Absolutely.
happening.
Yeah.
Right. So ensuring customers' satisfaction is something that your maybe team collectively are could be the best KRA that you are going to keep an eye on, right? So just for an information, there is a corporate structure that you have now, and there is a structure in stores that people are working, and again women are there. So what are your timings, like when do you guys start at stores and when do you guys end your day?
So at stores, we have timing starting from 11, which goes up to 8:30.
Okay.
And 9 at different
Times, yeah.
places. We have long break hours in
Okay.
between. We also have flexi hours
Oh.
based on which store you belong to. So that's what we do at stores. At corporate, we have flexi types. So people are free to come anywhere between 9 to 10:30, and they can leave anytime after 5.
Okay.
So there's a core period where everybody has to be there.
So you guys are operating from Pune. Your headquarters is in Pune.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But since we now mentioned about the recruitment and the expansion and everything, and I'm sure you guys would be still actively looking for the talent.
Yes.
So we really would like to know, and the people who are watching this show, they might be looking for this, and I'm sure it is going to help them. What kind of a roles that you guys are now hiring for, and how people can reach out to you guys or maybe apply for the jobs?
Okay, so I'll first talk about the corporate roles that we have.
Please.
So we are currently looking at people with taxation background or CA with taxation background. Uh, the pay with an experience of around 3 to 4 years, and pay scale would be around 18 to 19 lakhs.
Okay.
Then we are looking at people in HR. We're looking for business HR and behavioral trainers. There again we are looking at masters, we are looking at MBAs, and with an experience level of 5 to 7 years, preferably retail. And I think that would come at around 7 to 8 lakh rupee. Then we are looking at people in e-commerce, because that's another big wing
Journey
that
guys
we
are there.
have,
Wow.
where we are looking at people in operations and marketing. Those are junior positions, of course, and that would be 3 to 4 years of experience that we'll look at.
Okay.
Apart from that, we are looking at people in administrative function, which is admin department, and that would be 4 to 5 years of experience. Salary ranging again somewhere around 5 to 6 lakh rupee. We have positions at IT.
Wow.
So IT, we are looking at in networking engineers.
Okay.
And it is around 3 to 4 years of experience again.
Okay.
Apart from that, we are looking at store managers in Mumbai, Pune,
Okay.
to lead it from the front.
Okay.
And we are also looking at people coming at stores.
Store executives.
Store executives, which is where we generally look at 1-2 years experience, but that is not like essential.
Okay.
If the candidate is smart enough to pick up, we are willing to train.
Acha.
And we are willing to invest.
Wow.
Because it helps us also.
Right.
And that salary ranges around anywhere between 3 to 5 lakh rupees.
Acha. 3 to 5 will.
Yeah.
Nice. But जैसे मैंने आपको कहा, HR is a controversial topic.
Yes.
आपने job openings बता दिए. I am really glad that people have something to see, but apply कैसे करना है?
To apply for the jobs, you can send an email, jobs@pngadgil.com. For all other informations, you can always visit our LinkedIn page. We keep it updated, and all the happenings you can get updated there.
So all this information about the live jobs they're hiring for, and their details where you can apply directly to this company are mentioned in the description. So it was really wonderful having you, ma'am, as I said. And even there are a lot of discussions that we'll have. AI, ChatGPT, LinkedIn, jobs, then maybe performance. This is not ending topics for me. And the way you have narrated everything, the way you contributed to this brand, building this brand, bringing people in, it's really commendable. Thank you so much for your inputs. And we really wish you to attract the top talent from the market, also see you growing. And we are, again, as a team, thankful to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me over.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute pleasure having this conversation. And learning is mutual. So, thank you so much for inviting.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. वी आर वेरी श्योर आफ्टर सीइंग दिस पॉडकास्ट आपको इस कंपनी में जॉब करने के लिए या अप्लाई करने के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ें ईजी हो रही है। सो हम आपको अपील करना चाहते हैं कि ये वीडियो आप उन लोगों के साथ शेयर करना जो एक्टिवली जॉब देख रहे हैं, और लाइक करके, सब्सक्राइब करके ये बहुत सारे लोगों तक पहुंचाने के लिए हमें सपोर्ट भी करना, क्योंकि हमारा इंटेंशन इस पॉडकास्ट का इंडियन जॉब मार्केट को बेटर बनाना ही है। सो वी आर बीइंग होपफुल एंड ग्रेटफुल टू यू। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर सपोर्ट।